Hey guys, Stuart Charles here, HomeStudioBasics.com, helping you make sound decisions. So today we're going to talk about the JDS Labs Element versus the Objective 2. So what are they? The JDS Labs Element is a combo amp DAC. The Objective 2 comes as a standalone amplifier or a combo amp DAC. Now, if you decide to just go with the Objective 2 amp, it's fully customizable. I would pair it with an OL DAC first and foremost. Really any DAC will do. Right now I have mine paired with an E10K, which is why I love the E10K so much. It's very versatile. Sounds amazing paired with the Element, or the Objective 2, sorry. But if you were to go with the OL DAC, you should do the upgrade, the optical upgrade, because you'll be able to use it for gaming with your console. The OL DAC comes with RCA line outputs at the rear. In the Objective 2, it's fully customizable, so you can front or rear mount the power jack. You can use 3.5mm line out on the front, which is what it comes defaulted with, or RCA line outs at the rear. The headphone jack you can utilize with 3.5mm or 1/4 inch, and then you can customize the gain as well. So if you were to go with the Objective 2 paired with the OL DAC, it's very simple to hook up. You would either use RCA to RCA or RCA to Mini, which is 3.5mm, depending on what you prefer to customize the Objective 2 with. The Objective 2 plus ODAC combo you can also buy from the JDS Labs website, which I will place a link below. If you go that route, it's more convenient, you don't have to worry about pairing it with a separate DAC. You can also rear or front mount the power jack. You have the choice of 3.5mm line out or RCA line output on the rear, and you can use 3.5mm or 1/4 inch for your headphone jack. Now, depending on what kind of headphones you use will determine what you go with here. Let's get into the main differences between the Element and the Objective 2. So first off, the Element has a 16-volt AC power brick versus the 15-volt AC power brick for the Objective 2. The brick for the Element is quite large, quite substantial, so be sure to use only the supplied power bricks for best results. You could potentially damage the amps if you use anything else. So power output, the Element provides more power than the Objective 2. At 600 ohm, outputs 140 milliwatts, at 150 ohms 505 milliwatts, and at 32 ohms 1.1 watts, so extremely powerful. By contrast, the JDS Labs Objective 2 only outputs 88 milliwatts at 600 ohms, which is still like a lot. At 150 ohm it outputs 355 milliwatts, and at 32 ohm 613 milliwatts, so plenty of power for both. You won't have to worry too much about whether or not the headphone will pair well with either of these. So power indicator, when you turn on the Element, a halo ring light comes on right below the large volume knob in the center, which is pretty cool. On the Objective 2, a small red light comes on next to the power, or next to the volume knob after you press in the button towards the left side of the unit. Aesthetics and size, so the Element looks almost like a mini turntable. It will take up quite a bit more space on your desk than will the Objective 2. The Objective 2 is it's very compact. It fits like pretty much in the palm of your hand. It's a little bit smaller than a Magni for comparison's sake there. Very robust, both of these units are. They feel really extra rugged. The volume potentiometers on both are a bit different, actually radically different. Element comes with that large knob in the center, and it's on the top, so extremely easy to adjust the volume, which I really like. With the Objective 2, it's not any more difficult. It's just the knob is smaller and it's on the front of the unit instead. Feel. The gain switch and power button on the Objective 2 are a bit different than that of the Element. On the Objective 2, you push the button in and it comes back out slightly before it clicks in again. On the Element, the buttons just make a hard and fast click. The clicks also sound a bit different on each. While you can customize the size of the headphone jack, the default on the Objective 2 is a 3.5mm. On the Element, you cannot customize it, and it's a 1/4 inch jack. So really meant for audiophile grade headphones with higher impedance and lower sensitivity. The bare bones version of the Objective 2 has nothing on the back and does not provide RCA inputs or outputs. We discussed the customizability there but the Element does provide two pairs, one pair of analog inputs and a pair of automatic DAC line outputs. This basically enables you to switch between powered monitors and headphones with the click of a button. So let's get into the sound of each of these. So I A/B tested these quite extensively. I plan on doing so again, but my first round of impressions, I came to the conclusion that by and large, they mostly sound honestly the same. Not exactly the same, but I mean pretty similar. You're going to notice some subtle differences between these two, but the Element did sound a bit better on a few tracks, but it was very subtle and may not be noticeable to the everyday listener. When the Element did sound better, it was because it provided a bit better resolution, space, clarity, and thump. It seemed to handle the fast-paced nature of Peace Sells by Megadeth better than the Objective 2. The differences, however, are very slight. On You by 1111, wow, that's a weird... the heck was I listening to? The Element has perhaps a bit better resolution. It's kind of hard to discern though, it may just be my imagination. For touch sensitives, No Other High, the transients seem a bit better on the Element, a little bit more presence and timbre, so the character of the instruments sounded a little bit better. Moon Boots, I Want Your Attention, seems to have more life out of the Element, more thump. For Rolling Stones' Beast of Burden, not a huge difference. The Element, perhaps a tad more space and clarity. These are all very, very subtle. Led Zeppelin, Achilles' Last Stand, the Element has a bit more power and impact. With Led Zeppelin's All of My Love, though, John Paul Jones's bass sounded way, way better than I ever remember it sounding. I mean, he was one of the best bass players of all time, but through the Element, you could hear every individual note with pristine clarity. I mean, it was extremely fun, just fun to listen to. Radio had everything in its right place. The Element, just a smidgen more presence, air, and clarity, but it was a very small difference. I'll put these notes up. You could find them on the official article on my website. So first round of testing, I used Spotify and FLAC. Second round, I will be using Tidal and master files, so we'll see if my impressions change any. Final word, I would probably go with some variation of the Objective 2 if you're just starting out. Really liked the Element, but I probably wouldn't get it unless I had a ton of really high impedance, low sensitivity headphones lying around. I can get roughly the same sound out of the Objective 2, and it's more customizable, so I can grab it with the OL DAC with optical and use it for gaming. I can get the combo and not have to worry about anything. Like I said in the open, I can customize it to my liking quite easily. I really like that about JDS Labs. So that's about it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this comparison/review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my growing channel. Let me know what I can do to improve. Let me know what I do well. Let me know what you would like to see next. And with that,
Check 1, 2. I hope you enjoyed this review. 2. It was brought to you by Stu. Who? Me, the lyrical G. Empirical dreams slide through like dream. PC gaming, letting off steam. Got bars for days like a prison inmate. A misdemeanor's fate, no debate. When I wake up, okay, start my day with a cup and I pray I don't faint. I'm a saint of the Most High God. Of the Most High God.
perhaps can't talk today. I cannot talk today. God. Oh, God. Ooh, I forgot my outro, man. So that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed this review / cause I've been trying to get down to the heart of the matter, then I better do. And my heart is a shadow that I'm thinking about. Forgiveness, even if you don't love me anymore.